The weekly Divine Union reading this week is on the back of the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine that came through today. And I've been guided into download the codes into my paintings. Some of these paintings were started in 2009, so it's been an extremely long process of anchoring the twin flames into the earth grids. And all the messages coming through at the moment have been about the reunion, all the way down to the physical level. So the merging of the hearts in sleep in the fifth dimension, which has been going on for a long time at multi-dimensional levels, but this is like really anchoring it down as people are ascending, as we're ascending, and then we're also bringing the light codes down. It's like a meeting in the middle. So this first painting here is the Kundalini painting. It's the Kundalini between the twin flames. It's like the third energy, and it's coming down and it's laid its seeds of creation, bringing the cosmic codes and energies in. Excuse the reflection, I'm coming from an angle so you don't get too much reflection from outside. And then this is the hero's journey. So this is the Divine Masculine painting, and this is him on his quest, bringing in the codes from the cosmos and making his way across the earth, following his guidance, following his soul's path, and retrieving the keys and codes to the divine feminine temple and the sacred marriage, sacred sexuality, sacred marriage, divine union, where that Kundalini comes together. So I've just been guided to bring the Divine Masculine's journey right underneath the Twin Flame Kundalini to really receive those codes into the Divine Masculine. Simultaneously, I've been guided to bring out this painting, which is incomplete. I will link previous videos of all of these paintings as they've been in construction as the codes come in. Most recently they started to hold hands down at the 3D level. You can see that's out the water. There's quite a big difference at how it was before, and it's in midair, so it's hovering outside the water, so it's in this realm. It's accessible to our 3D selves now. And I was guided to bring love down between them as well, so bringing the divine love down. This is called the Twin Spirits. It was started in April 2009, and it's just recently having an overhaul as the higher codes are available now to us as we've ascended to that level. So their mouths started to become reconstructed, and you can see they're not quite in yet. It's just a hint of the mouths, and that's because they are still working at the telepathic level, less consciously, more conscious to the feminine, but still occurring between their souls. And the hands are where we first start to see the connection down on the ground. He has really grown up from what he was before. Again, I'll link, refer to previous videos if you want to see the transition. But there is a real, at the moment, a real awakening of the masculine. Is becoming more consciously aware. He's always been working with her in the other levels, becoming more consciously aware now, becoming more mature in his evolution, more mature in his understanding of the connection and the mission. And the other thing is this card has come in, dreams coming true. So it's really receiving those codes from the cosmos and anchoring them in. And I'm kind of seeing their hands bringing the cosmic energies. It's interesting. bringing the cosmic energies down into physical reality, and their physical hands reaching through to other realms and calling their dreams in and making them come true, making them real. And there I want me to express that the love is golden. They're also showing me that this is a similar shape to their tails, and that they both have tails. And so their tails guide them forward in the other realms, and those tails are like becoming real in the sense of their guidance, their acceleration, their movement forward is coming from the power of the codes and the guidance and their connection to their home realms, to their ascended selves. I'm feeling my hands filling up with that galaxy now, with my hands are vibrating full of codes. You can see the other hand is a crystal, the other hand is a turtle. Crowns are opening. Codes coming through the crown. Heart's really activated. Throat's activating. Okay. Wow, feeling that being received through the heart. Feeling that in the masculine's heart now, swirling just like that galaxy. But received by the feminine as well. It's like it's received by the feminine as the masculine receives it. And then as that happens, I feel her tilt back, like she can lay back and float there on the top of the water as they're doing, because he's stepping into his place. He's stepping into his mission. He's accepting and understanding and stepping into his side of it. And where she's been holding that space for him to step into, she now can relax. I feel like her lower back can rest, because she's been holding space for him to step into, and now she can let that go because he's embodied. Ikititi atako to 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 to. There's been a few days between those codes coming in and the second part of the transmission coming through. That was because the energies needed to be really grounded before I brought them to the collective. And in that time, I've been having visions of doing a painting of the masculine and feminine coming together, similar to this image, which was provided by a friend of mine when I told her my vision. So there is a painting like that coming in, where masculine and feminine coming face to face and connecting intimately. I also found that in the before the download came in, the codes dropped in, the masculine heart dropped in. There were a lot of messages around how the masculine has been unable to access his divine heart, and he has been, well, not fully, and he has been making choices in his life that were based in his physical world, his physical reality, rather than his higher heart, higher love, divine love. There's been a neglect to a certain extent of his heart, in terms of he's not listening to his heart. And he has been taught throughout history not to listen to his heart, that it's dangerous to listen to his heart. He needs to follow his logic and his mind. And it seems to be that the masculine have been working through that and transmuting that. And that trust of the heart dropping back in, the heart and the soul. And then after this transmission came in and really felt that masculine heart drop in, and this masculine heart is within the feminine as well. We all have masculine and feminine within us, but especially in the masculine gender. And everything after that was about the masculine recognizing the value of the heart wisdom, the heart intelligence, how the heart has the higher perspective and knows more, and dropping into that, making its choices from there, and therefore also recognizing and choosing the divine feminine from that perspective. So I'll carry on the reading now. So following on from that download of those codes, I was very, very powerfully affected by that dropping in of the masculine's higher heart. And as that happened, the feminine could drop back because the masculine had stepped into his place, which she had been holding space for. It was a very powerful shift. And the rest of I was very aware of how it felt within the feminine, that the masculine's heart had dropped in. It felt peaceful, it felt sure, it felt present and certain. There was a certainty, a peace, and a strength, a groundedness. And for the masculine, what I felt was, I felt him crying. I had multiple periods where the masculine's relief at his heart having dropped in had like to where he can feel it, to where he can access it like he never has before. That divine heart, that Christed heart, as it dropped in, what released was all the holding that he's been doing in separation from that, all the trying to exist on the physical planes without that higher heart consciously moving in, like feeling somehow separated from that, feeling not accessible. And if that's not accessible, nor is his feminine. She's only then available to him in the normal kind of relationship way, not, you know, the 3D way, not the divine ascended golden divine love template. So for the divine masculine, his higher love template relationship dropped in, and he therefore had the key. So this was the key to the temple where the divine feminine is, where the kundalini is, the sacred union, the sacred sex, the kundalini, really like that full alignment to twin and soul's purpose. So also, I don't just get channel through direct channel like this. I also get a lot of signs and synchronicities, and so I'm given information or messages via my environment, and everything around the time of this codes dropping in have been about the masculine and feminine coming together in union. Here's a little example. The bathroom represents, you know, the morals, sexuality, intimacy, shame, what people think of you, things like that. It's like you always want to be clean, you're naked in your bathroom, right? I had a female Tyler come and do it. She messed it up. Then she really let me down in many ways. You know, not getting back to me, not showing up when she says she will, not even telling me she's not showing up, etc. This is also a behavior we're transmuting in the world at the moment. Is this lack of communication, a lack of respect, lack of showing up, and lack of doing the job properly, you know, lack of committing. And so I had to, at short notice, because I had people come in to buy my house, get someone else in. So I got a guy to come and do it, and he did exactly the same thing. So I got let down by the feminine. She wasn't committed. Same with the masculine. And then at short notice, I had a male and female come in together. And what they said to me was, we are unified. We work together. And they did it beautifully. Only had 2 people look at my house immediately after they finished the job, and they did it really quickly. And both offered on the house, so the house is sold. And that's the energy that it feels like here. So it was a clearing out. I felt energetically all this clearing out during that process of the sacral chakra, and a lot of old relationship stuff. The bathroom energetically feels really expanded and clean, and it was done with unified masculine feminine energy. There have been many things like that, but basically the themes have been the reunion, the clearing of all the lower levels of relating, as the higher heart, the Christ consciousness drops into the heart. The masculine especially realizes who he is, and therefore who his divine feminine is, and therefore what the twin flame is, what his soul purpose is. He gets a higher level of understanding of that, even if he's understood it at the mental level. It's become a wholehearted understanding, and a soul alignment has dropped in, and now his physical world is realigning around that as what's not valid or relevant to that. That higher vibration drops away, and what is relevant starts to come in, and he starts to take action on those things that he feels in his heart and soul. So there's a coming online of the heart and soul in a way that it wasn't before, that felt inaccessible to him before. There's a clarity, there's a realization, and it is bigger than him. In the Divine Masculine reading, I said it's bigger than him, and it is. It's more fully him. It's all of him. It's his multidimensional being that he becomes accessible to him. He unlocks the door to that, then he unlocks the door to his twin flame relationship. And that's what's happening at the moment. It's really potent, really powerful. I can really feel the shifts. So this is the reading that's just come through to conclude the message. This is where we're coming from. We've come together to embody the vibration of unconditional love for each twin and to assist others in the opening of their hearts. And this is where we are at the moment. This is the current focus coming from that. We're part of the same truth. A divine, unconditional love connects us since time began. Now we journey to self. We realize all that has bound us. We're awake and have understood our soul's purpose is opening the heart of others on the path to ascension. So it's expanding now, not just from awakening your own hearts, this unconditional love, having activated your own hearts through your individual journeys and your coming together, is now expanding outwards to the soul tribe and the collective and humanity. And where we're going to from there, one look, one touch, a slight glance or frequency felt. Our souls danced because we knew we had found each other again. Now is our time to complete each other, either together or apart, as our soul self-alignment defines our divine purpose and individual journey. So again, as we align to our true purpose, our true heart and soul, it brings us together. What's true for us in our individual truth is also the truth of our twin. So it also aligns us to them. And at the foundation of that is know that we've been together since beginning of time, whether with you now or in separation. Know that I'm always with you. Our journey begins when the sun rises and when it sets, and to the stars that shine my light on you. So it's connecting. It's just about how you're connected in heaven and earth and in eternity. There's not really any start or any end. So that's what's at the foundation of this, is that you have always been connected. And what's the overarching truth of that is that you always will be, and that you can connect just through thought. You're always connected. Our journey of self-love is one of awakened and open heart, connected with all those of like-mindedness. Feel the power within. Let it fill your heart, as you're never alone, but a thought away. So again, the overarching message or energy of this is that not only are you unified together, but you're part of a unity. You're unified with everyone, with all that is, and with your collective of twin flames. So you're protected and guided and connected to that truth. And that coming in now is why, as you come together, it's showing you your connection and effect on the rest of the collective and the ascension process. And now is the time. So as this comes in, we're moving forward into the time of action and going, really stepping into mission. Okay, so that is a healing. So those energies are just pouring through. So do listen to your body. Okay, they want me to tell you the story. So overnight yesterday I was feeling telepathy from my twin. Overnight I had a visit in the astral. We unified and I woke up on fire. So my whole body was vibrating and my whole energy field was on fire. This happens fairly regularly. Reminds me a little bit of this one actually. So clearing through the third eye and the clairaudient chakras in your temples there. Heart activation, soul seat activation. It's like breathing in of the life force. Okay. So do really rest. That's a powerful shift. It's going to transform a lot of the old lower vibration relationship template stuff that you're here to transmute, transmuting it out, lining you up for this, giving you the key to the union and moving forward as a unity into the ascended new world, creating it through your unity. Listen as many times as you need to. Drink a lot of water. Blessings.